For the past several years, there has been a surge in police brutality incidents against people of color in the United States. Charleston, South Carolina is no exception, with the city still grieving the murder of Walter Scott and other deadly police brutality incidents. Jamal Sutherland, a 31-year-old mentally ill African-American male, was tased to death by two correctional officers this past January. We were able to attend the Black Lives Matter protest in his honor.
He was arrested along with another person for disorderly conduct, which actually is a ticketable misdemeanor.
We were fortunate enough to get a word from Pastor Thomas Dixon, a speaker at the Black Lives Matter protest for Jamal Sutherland. Pastor Dixon is well informed about the Jamal Sutherland incident.
There was something else that happened that morning. This was our new sheriff's first morning on the job. She was sworn in the day before. That night is when the arrest happened, and he was brought to the detention center. That morning, while she was swearing in her new deputies, this happened in her jail.
Chair of the Charleston Democratic Party, Greg Perry, gave us his take on how police funding should be reevaluated so that police are better trained on how to de-escalate situations involving people.
We need to have psychologists and counselors to make certain that we evaluate the officers that are in charge of handling firearms that could take our life. In moments like that where they lose control of themselves, had we had the proper psychological help for these individuals, our evaluations, we could make certain that we have the right officers that would have those tools and they'll use it properly.
Community activist and former 2020 Charleston County Council Democratic candidate Jesse Williams seems to agree.
I believe that they should add other mental health professionals and those kind of things within these services. Like domestic violence should have a certain person respond to that, or a mental health issue like Jamal Sutherland should have been dealt with by professionals.
There's definitely equipment that the police have that they don't need, especially with that militaristic equipment, with the fully automatic rifles, the whole like riot gear. Like, for the most part, you really don't need that, because the only time you really pull that out is when a protest turns left, and it's like, I don't know.
And y'all want to come fucking distract me before I take my medicine? Then you got to never make jokes about it. Look, don't fucking push me that hard.
We're starting to leave the BLM protests, and honestly, it was a really profound experience. I appreciate all the people that were willing to be interviewed. I appreciate the information that people gave us, because originally I did not know much about the situation, and I'm glad that nothing turned violent at all. Everything is perfect. Everything turned out perfectly, it seems like. This has been Isaiah Allen, reporting for Apple Juice for Two News.
And now he's dead. Now he's dead.